Here's a quick quiz to test your knowledge and think critically for modeling light as a wave. Our first question is to circle the odd term out between period, cycle, and wavelength. I'll give you a few seconds. So the correct answer is cycle for two simple reasons. Wavelength and period are explicitly variables with their own symbols, unlike cycle. More importantly, cycle is the umbrella term. Both period and wavelength are types of cycles based upon different units and frames of study. If you weren't 100% sure why this is the case, then go ahead and watch the video in the description where I go into the difference between period and wavelength. Question 2. Find the slope of the point in the graph, which is exactly one cycle later from this node point, and choose which type of cycle it is. Pause the video and try it out on your own. First, we want to map out a full cycle later. They must have the same slope as each other, specifically 0, because they are minimum node points. We know we've just mapped out a period because time, the unit of period, is measured on the x-axis. I also have a video in the description on nodes, so check that out to fully understand cycles. Next question, circle the odd term out. It's between propagation speed, frequency, and wavelength. I'll give you a few seconds. So the correct answer is propagation speed. Very simply, this is because the speed of light is the speed by which light propagates. It's a constant 2.998 times 10 to the 8 meters per second, whereas frequency and wavelength are variables. Check out this video in the description to see how all of these terms are related and arguably the most important light equation there is. Question 4. Which of these sets of points make up a wavelength? And our hint is that they all have the same height as each other. B is the only correct answer. Based on the definition of wavelength, B has the only set of points that satisfy this definition right here. D is a tempting answer because both points have an equal height and an equal slope. However, they are not consecutive in sharing these features. Instead, D represents two wavelengths as opposed to B, which is just one wavelength. So B is still the only correct answer. Circle the odd term out. Propagation speed, time of propagation, and distance traveled. It's going to be propagation speed because it's not only a constant, but it's also a rate. Time and distance are not rates and instead compose speed. Also in the description is a video which breaks down propagation speed into something super easy to understand.